as you can probably tell from all these glorious volumes here. Don't think they are in volumes normally, but this is Empire magazine, my entire collection as it stands so far. And I think it's really fascinating to think how the film landscape's changed. I know there's things like Netflix and like on demand and stuff like that, but you know, when I very first started really passionately going into films and like, you know, the early 90s and things like that, and you know, having access to, you know, more than just a few pence to buy things, you know, like renting videos and going to cinema way more. And anybody who grew up in this time period would, you know, be aware of all the film magazines that used to be, like Premiere and Film Review and all those ones. But like I say, we're here to talk about Empire. I'll just show you that I've actually got one more recently than like 1994. This is one of the most recent ones I've got. In fact, I think it is the most recent one I've got. It's June 2016. It's for Ghostbusters 3. And yeah, there you go. I think I might have even shown that one before. But and again, just to show that I actually still buy it once in a blue moon, is the Poe Dameron. Ooh, it's a fancy cover. But what's great about this is you can pretend you're like a DJ. It's a very cheap DJ scratching device. But now we're going to go through my favourite top 10 issues of Empire. Ooh, turn that Paul Hardcastle 7-inch off. Here is the world's first fully 3D cover. It's for the Incredible Hulk. And if you put it on its side like this, you can actually tell it's a raised cover. Actually bursting out there. That's June 2008. £3.90. This is from September 1990, £1.60. How much the inflation rate was there? It's a maths question, so I don't know what the difference between June 2008 and September 1990 was, but it was that much anyway. But there's a couple of real reasons why I love this issue of Empire. The Savoy must have still been open when I got this Empire, because Die Hard 2's on the cover, and that was the last film I saw at the Savoy. But it also says here, Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise on Top Gun 2, and you know, anything there, you know, makes me think of Days of Thunder, and they equated it to Top Gun 2. I always remember saying once to somebody, do you want to go see Top Gun 2? Like, what are you talking about? I was like, you mentioned it in a magazine, Days of Thunder's Top Gun 2, I'm not insane. But this is another reason why I love this issue. 20 classic soundtracks, and one of the soundtracks is actually, and it proves me to be correct, it is Halloween 2, Hal Howarth, John Carpenter. So I was right about that one. Halloween 2 is the better soundtrack. This is the third of my favourite issues. This is the 100th issue of Empire. It's a nice, big, thick issue. I remember it being really sort of, wow, this is really weighty. Felt like, you know, the good old days of when FHM used to be a big, thick magazine, which like that. And it had a gold ticket on the front. You could go see any film free at the Odeon. I went to see Event Horizon, which was allegedly a British film. Go work that one out. Just going through the different issues, again, this is a little bit more recent, January 2013. But one of the main reasons I really love this issue of Empire, it's got a Western on the cover. The Western is dead, long live the Western. And one reason I love all these Empires, but this one is especially kind of unique. It's the horror special of Empire. And you can see it's a bit weather worn, there's little bits missing out of it. Must have flicked through this so many times. Cameron Dr. Caligari there, 5 stars. But one thing that always sticks in my mind about this magazine is Exorcist, the director's cut, coming soon to cinemas. And as far as I know, it never got released in that version at cinemas until way after the fact. I think it got delayed for some reason. I'll have to check into that one a bit more. Oh, this is a cool cover. At first, it might just look like a ordinary cover of Empire magazine, but no, it's the gun barrels like this, and you can be James Bond. James Bond. Oh, now this is one amazing to me, is because anytime I see Godzilla, I'm always happy, and it's Godzilla 1998. And actually, there's a couple of Empires that always make me think like this. But this is one thing movie magazines do. and it always does me head in, as they'll have something like Godzilla on the cover, and they'll be like, Godzilla, it's gonna be the most amazing film ever, check it out. And then, when the film comes out, they're like, don't go see it, we lied, it's rubbish, but we made all the money out of you buying issues with Godzilla on. And it's like, it's like, oh, it's alright, it's good for the goose, it's alright for some, isn't it? Oh, I've got a load of respect for this one. This is from 1990 as well. But, like I say, it's got the Oscars on the front there. But one thing I love about this one is it's got all the main Oscar winners, the Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, from the 20s, the 30s, and right up to 1990. So it's got like sort of, this is the very few, any times I've actually won any money on a gambling machine and picked an Oscar winner, it's probably because of this Empire right here. Oh, and this is exactly what I was saying. This issue of Empire here, it's from 1998. It's got Godzilla, Lost in Space, and the Avengers on the front there. It says, Ignite, wow, blockbuster preview. There's got Uma Thurman there looking all like Uma Thurman, all sexy like. But yeah, as soon as these films all came out, they were like, we've tricked you, don't spend any money on them, but we've, all that what I said before. And this is a proper sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? My English teacher, Mrs. Cartwright, to be proud, it's very vacuous, but got a really amazing picture of Hugh McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And one of the few times I've had my hair cut in the last 20 years, I got my niece cut my hair exactly like Hugh McGregor's. Not very often people say that. It's like, can I have my hair cut? How do you want it? Like Hugh McGregor's, please. But one thing that's a real shame, and the internet's completely killed this off, is the trailer video. I think they might have even done DVDs about like once, or I think when DVDs very first started becoming popular. But obviously nowadays it's kind of like sort of, people, have you seen the new trailer for Rocket Dog or something cool? But anybody can watch the trailer for like Transformers or something. But you can watch the trailers for Showgirls, Lawnmower Man 2, and Les Miserables, the other one, Mr. Holland's Opus. There's The Ultimate Guide 1996, The Ultimate Guide to 1997, and The Ultimate Guide to 98, 98. The Avengers trailer on there, Wishmaster, Les Miserables again. Oh, what? Oh, that's weird. The Ultimate Guide to 1996 has got Les Mis on there, and The Ultimate Guide to 1998 has got a Les Mis trailer on. Why is that? We'll never know. Oh, one thing about Empire as well, it did have like a lot of free gifts on it, as evidenced here by this tape, Popcorn Movie Music. That's been played about 2 times. This is Orson Welles' radio version of War of the Worlds. That's been played about 50 times. Kind of weird when you think about it, Orson Welles is a big movie star. But yeah, this is a radio broadcast on a film magazine. How about that? This is a CD that was with Empire, loads of movie music. Most of it's quite pretentious, but what's the one song on here that? Oh yeah, Sunshine of Your Love by Living Colour from True Lies. I did not know that's where it's from. But loads of free books were given away with Empire. This is 100 DVDs you must own. But one thing, and this is really funny to think about, it's really ironic, I've just had a quick look, I can't find one. But there used to be this thing called supplements, and there used to be like the best actors in the world, and like really cool pictures of like people like really doing really arty shots like this and stuff like that. But I used to be really anal retentive about them. Won't let anybody touch them unless they'd wash their hands, and I put them on a special rack underneath me Amiga and stuff like that. And like, you can't touch them, the game worth loads and loads of money. And now, I don't even know where they are. Shows how you change, eh? But one thing that Empire have done ever since issue 1, assuming they did it on issue 1, I didn't get issue 1, I only started at issue 2, but they had this thing called the Spine Message, where they have a movie quote on the spine. I'm not no book expert, I'm not as good as that woman on Porn Stars, But I'll never forget somebody wrote a letter to Empire once saying, "Where's the spine message?" And it's like, and even Empire said, "On the spine." So yeah, I'm just gonna pick 3 of these issues at random. I think in all these years since I gained Empire, I think I get 1 right every 6 or 7 years, so not a very good ratio, but let's see how well I do now. Let's pick an issue from the left column. This issue is from August 2002. It's Tom Cruise and Steven Spielberg there, just hanging around doing whatever they do, and let's have a look at the spine message. The spine message is, "Happy birthday, you son of a bitch." I don't know what that is. If you know, let us know. Well, this is a good start, isn't it? Let's pick one as off the. I don't know why I'm not looking at the columns. I guess I might accidentally read them. This is the right column. This is November 2001, the ultimate movie poll. Every new film reviewed. Yeah, especially all those Bollywood films and Chinese films. Oh, I bet they're all reviewed in here, aren't they? Probably not, but. Oh, what's this? Terminator 2 Ultimate Edition DVD. Dovebate Smiths, remember them? What? The spine message is, "Have you seen that Star Wars movie?" What the hell can that be from? Have you seen that Star Wars movie? Again, this is not good. Can I salvage any kind of degree of respectability? Let's pick one from the left column again, and let's see how far it goes. This is February 2009. It's on about Transformers 2, the third film I didn't like when I saw it at the cinema. It's on that esteemed poll, and the spine message is, "The Transformers are like a gift from God." Again, proving that I never get the spine message right, but if you know what they are, love to know. Oh yeah, one thing about Empire though, and again this is right from the very early days of Empire, but I don't know where film geeks were starved of like any kind of female interaction years ago. Not like nowadays when you get like loads of cool women into like sci-fi stuff and geeky things. But I think it seemed like any time there's any mention of a woman in Empire, people are like, "Oh my god, oh my god." And one of the best reviewers that ever worked for Empire, and I think he still does, is Kim Newman. But the funny thing was, and the most amazing thing, on the first few issues of Empire that I got, people were like, "Oh, that Kim Newman sounds amazing. This woman who's into like all these exploitation films and straight to video horror films and stuff like that. Oh, can you pass me name on and can I have like a signed picture and stuff like that?" And then they started printing pictures of Kim Newman in the magazine, and it was somebody who looks a bit like me, and they were like, "Oh, I'm alright, Tar, thanks, you keep those photos." But I thought that was quite funny. And a couple of years ago, I was actually a subscriber. I actually subscribed, and the great thing about subscriber issues, they were like this. They didn't have like no text on there or anything, and it was like kind of, sort of you could like maybe frame them or something like that. But been some quite good ones. Thor was one. I don't know if this is like reflecting. There you go, Thor. What's this one? What's that? Kick-Ass? Oh, this is one of the best ones. I could send this to Adam the Woo, the big Back to the Future fan. You could get that signed by the Back to the Future guys. But there we go, the subscriber ones. The Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies. Oh, that was funny though. Once when I was at Gone Girl. Gone to the Galaxy. Honestly, I didn't know that was Gone to the Galaxy without looking at the text. Oh, talk about that Godzilla 1998. This is probably one of my favourite Empire covers of all time. This is the Gareth Edwards Godzilla movie. That's a damn awesome cover, right? It's pretty damn cool. Oh yeah, talking about that Hobbit though. It's one of my favourite Empire memories of all time. But when I was working there, one of the Lord of the Rings films was coming out, and one of the issues of Empire had some free Lord of the Rings like postcards or something, and somebody said, "I bet you only got this issue of Empire because of these free Lord of the Rings gifts." And I was like, anything that actually would have stopped me going. Well, there's Wolverine there, X-Men, Days of Future Past, from the director of Superman Returns. Ooh, another great subscriber cover here. This is Tron 2. The Legacy. No, Tron 2. Tron Legacy. Oh, this is one thing as well, and I probably mentioned stuff like this on other commentaries, but I'm getting a little bit better for it now, but like I said about the supplements, I have to make sure I wash my hands and I won't let anybody check them. And I think it came from this. This issue is from June 1994, and every single time I look at this issue, I notice this every single time, and my anger's gone a little bit, but it still makes me a little bit annoyed. My dad come in for him fixing, he'd been work all week, just paying all the bills and everything like that. And my dad had come in for him fixing the car, and I said, "Oh, Dad, do you want to have a look what new Mel Gibson films are coming out?" He said, "Yes, son, I do." And he looked at it, and he got a mark on Mel Gibson's face. So, thanks. I know you paid for all the food and all the electricity and everything, but look what you've done to old Mel. But, yeah. Oh, poor Mel Gibson. One thing after buying all these years of Empires, and you don't hear hardly anybody mention this, but I think they're brilliant, is they gave away these 3 almanacs as free gifts. This is the very first one they gave away. This is the second one they gave away. And this is the third one they gave away. And they've got like loads of, they're just those books you can just pick up if you need waste a couple of minutes, and they've got loads of cool facts in there, like the full 11 and the escape to victory football team and what the score was and all that kind of stuff, and all these great little random bits of trivia about films, and some of them are genuinely fascinating. But in the second one, and it always really sticks in my imagination because I'm a really big fan of Psycho. I like all the 4 movies, the remake. I even like both versions of Bates Motel. That's how dedicated I am. Well, I marked this off just to let me know where the page was. The Britannia Hotel, Stoke-on-Trent. Somebody's been buying beer. We sit there. Who could that have possibly been? But here, there's a fact here, and I've only read it here. But Empire normally pretty good with facts, so it could be true. It says 10 stars who died mid-shoot. Apparently, in 1992, Anthony Perkins died making Psycho 5. So, does that mean out there is a partially filmed Psycho 5? I know lost films like Superman Lives and all these Don Quixote films and things like that, I know they're like they're more exciting when there's a film that you think, is it out there? But I would love to see it. Maybe they could finish this off using that Rogue One technology they used in Rogue One. But as Empire readers always say, well, I wish film review was still going. Keep it locked.